Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to How to Become an Animator. I'm Sir Wade and today I am bringing you the 2018 Holiday Gift Guide for animators and artists, digital artists, VFX artists, whatever creative you are or the person that you know. Hopefully this video will help. And in case you haven't heard, I am doing a huge holiday sale for my very first ever workshop that I'm teaching. I'm very excited to announce it. It is the Complete Maya 3D Workshop. And since it's the first one ever and it's the holidays, I'm doing a huge sale for it. So if you're interested in that, the link is down in the description along with everything else that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Starting off with books. Books are a great gift for anyone aspiring to be or currently in the industry. The Illusion of Life, you pretty much have to have this one if you want to be an animator. Another one right up there is the Animators Survival Kit by Richard Williams. This one you can get in book form, and they also have a whole DVD set. It looks like this. It's a whole box set of DVDs that you can do if you don't want to read. I also have an extra one of these box sets, and we'll probably do a giveaway around 50,000 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that button and ring that bell. Some other great books are going to be Acting for Animators, Timing for Animation, Drawn to Life Volumes 1 and 2, Simplified Drawing for Planning Animation, The Character Animation Crash Course. This one's written by Eric Goldberg, who animated The Genie and Aladdin. Two new ones I've recently learned about are Facial Expressions, and there's also the Artist Complete Guide to Facial Expressions. Both of these will go hand in hand, obviously. Now, whether you want to be an animator or something entirely different in the field, these are great for anybody at any age. These are the Art of books. They have these for pretty much every movie that comes out these days. Some of the really cool ones now are the Into the Spider-Verse ones. You should definitely check that out because that movie is just visually incredible. Ugh. These are all of my Art of books. There we go. Those are always full of great character designs, concept art, visual development, all kinds of really cool stuff that you may not see in the final film. Next, we'll go to the miscellaneous goodies. Here we have things like shirts. Here's a really great one, Block, Spline, Cry, Repeat, a workflow that too many of us are familiar with. It comes in a bunch of different colors, men's and women's sizes, and this is a shirt that I designed actually because I thought this would be a fun idea. Continuing with shirts, there's a whole bunch of really awesome animation t-shirts here on a website called Giddy Potato, linked down below. Maquettes and statues are great for people who have desks and need something to decorate them with, or if they're a fan of a particular character from a different movie or a game, on a website called Sideshow. They're where I got my Toothless maquette from, which I don't have on display right now, but this is what it looks like. And if you don't want to spend the money on a statue, you can always get a plushie or a smaller toy. For example, this is my little Toothless plushie. He used to be on my work at DreamWorks, and I actually have a couple of these guys. So you can sometimes find some really cool stuff out there, and these are a lot cheaper than the statues. And I've spontaneously decided right now that I'm gonna give one of these away for Christmas. So if you want a Toothless plushie, wait until the end of the video and then let me know in the comments what your favorite item from this entire video is and your Instagram handle so I can contact you, and I'm just gonna randomly pick somebody. I'm gonna send you a Toothless. So yeah, so stick around and keep watching. Another cool thing for your desk is if you know someone who's a modeler, get their 3D files and send it in to get 3D printed. Then you can get whatever they create as an actual display object that they can put on their desk and show people what they make. This is a pretty basic one, but movie posters. Those are always a lot of fun, and they're something really simple, not that expensive. Some kind of a movie gift card or a Fandango gift card or something is a great idea just to help someone go to the movies more. You can also do a game gift card if you're trying to get into the game industry or whatever, you get the idea. And finally, the last little goodie on the list is some kind of a phone tripod. This may seem like a weird one, but when you're trying to film reference for an animated shot, your phone will do, but it'll make it a lot easier if you can set it down and not have to like prop it on something. Next, we have tech and gadgets, all the electronics. One idea is a vertical mouse. You hold it like this and you click just like normal. It may look a little weird, but it's very comfortable, and that's really important to make sure you have a good ergonomic setup when you spend as much time at the computer as animators do. Next up, we have palette gear. Now, I did a video on this a while back, and if you didn't see it, basically these are arcade buttons, sliders, and dials, and it gives you more customization over the tools that you use. Now, in that same vein, if you want to have a boring keyboard and not have the fun buttons, that's cool too. You can always get some kind of a secondary gaming keyboard. This is a left-handed keyboard, and you can just program these buttons to do whatever you want. So you should have a really nice pair of headphones that gives you good audio quality, but it's also comfortable. These are my headphones of choice, the Sony WH-1000XM2. I'll put the link down below. These are super nice. They're wireless Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. There are three types of headphones. There's earbuds, on-ear, and over-ear. These are over-ear, and that's what I prefer, to have them actually cover my ear because I don't like the things pushing on my ears for too long. It starts to get really uncomfortable and painful. These are a little bit pricey, but if you want something cheaper, I will have links to those down below as well. And it comes in this nice carrying case. Also, just so you guys know, nothing in this video is sponsored. I'm just sharing all my recommendations and the things that I personally use. Now, I'm sure some of you are waiting for this part, tablets. There are three different kinds of tablets that I'm gonna mention here. The kind with no screen, the kind with a screen, and the kind that are a standalone tablet that don't need a computer. These two both need a computer. Just to get this out of the way, if you want something that does not need its own computer and just is a standalone tablet, you might consider something like an iPad. That's a good example of something that kind of has its own computer in it and screen built into one. There are drawing tablets that have this as well. Wacom has a few that I know of, and they're a little bit more on the pricey side. So if you're looking at more budget-friendly options, you're probably gonna consider something that you would plug into a computer and then control the computer's mouse with the stylus. The obvious brand that you probably think of first is Wacom. I found that that's how you say it, like Pac-Man, Wacom, Wacom, Wacom. And you have a couple of choices. You have the Intuos Pro line, which is something without the screen that's just mapped to your screen, and you watch the screen while you draw down here. I have a few of these and I've been using them for years. But if you spend a lot of time drawing or a lot of time in After Effects masking stuff, I highly recommend you check out the Cintiqs. They're much more expensive, but they're so nice. I had one at DreamWorks and I just got spoiled by it, and so now I'm saving up for one of the really big ones that Wacom makes. I really, really want one. Or if you need a more budget-friendly alternative and you can't quite swing that price, but you want a display tablet, you may remember my review video on XP Pen. There are a couple different display tablets that they make that come in at $500 or less. If you're using a newer MacBook Pro like I am and it only has the USB-C, their tablets don't yet have the adapters from USB-C to USB-C. They still have the thing that's like an HDMI port with like the 2 USB powers and another. By the time you plug in all the dongles, it doesn't actually work with the newer MacBooks. I think they're working on new tablets that do have that ability, but if you currently have the newest MacBook Pros, I don't know if that'll be the right option for you. You might want to reach out to them yourself and find out. Last thing in the tech category is an ultra-wide monitor. I've talked about this at length, but I really enjoy having a really wide screen rather than 2 regular monitors, and I use LG ultra-wide monitors. So if you want to check out the really, really big one that I have, I'll put that link down below. And if you want something a little bit cheaper, something a little bit smaller, more manageable, I'll also have a link to my old monitor, the 29-inch, so you have some price comparisons to play with. Now on to software, something that a lot of people have been asking about. Just to get it out of the way, Maya is free. You can get a student license for 3 years for free for any version, and then every year a new version comes out, so just get that and you pretty much have it for free forever for non-commercial uses, so more on learning Maya later. But Adobe has a ton of animation tools, from Animate, which used to be Flash, Character Animator, Photoshop, After Effects. So if you don't already have it, you should definitely check out the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. But these are great options if you want to do 2D animation in After Effects or hand-drawn in Animate. That's what a lot of the animation YouTubers use who do the 2D drawings and stuff. A lot of them use Adobe Animate. Some other great pieces of software are by HitFilm. This is actually the first company that I ever bought anything from software-wise. It was the first VFX package I ever got. HitFilm Pro, which is a professional editing, VFX, and compositing tool all in one. So if you're trying to do any of those things, it's one package that kind of just does it all with a bunch of presets. And if you're just getting started in editing, VFX, or compositing, they have HitFilm Express, which is free, and it does all 3 of those things. And it's not like some lame free version of something where they don't give you any features. It's like a full program, so go check that out immediately. It's super, super cool. Next up is Cinema 4D. It is a huge, huge program that you have hopefully heard of. It's pretty much used for every commercial out there, a bunch of movies, motion graphics. It's a really, really awesome program. It's a little bit on the pricier side, but you can try the free trial, see how you like it. And I recently got a license to this, so I will be trying to learn this over on Twitch if you're interested at all. One more thing for software is Toon Boom. They make Storyboard Pro and Toon Boom Harmony. Storyboard Pro is obviously something for storyboarding, and it lets you create animatics for your story. Same goes for Toon Boom Harmony, which is a full-featured animation package, and that's what I think Rick and Morty is made in, and a bunch of Cartoon Networks and Nickelodeon shows. Next we have digital assets. This is different than software because it's not like software packages, but it's stuff to be used on the computer. And there's stuff for VFX, animation, and other disciplines in here, so just see what kind of stuff is interesting to you here. We're starting off with the greatest After Effects resource on the planet, Video Copilot. Everything on their store is amazing. Buy it all now. I think I literally have everything they make. They have a ton of free stuff like their new Orb plugin, but also a bunch of stuff that you can pay for, like Element 3D, which allows you to take 3D objects into After Effects and render them super, super quick in that program. Next up, another website that sells amazing products, Red Giant. Particularly, I recommend the Trapcode Suite for After Effects. If you're an After Effects user, the Trapcode Suite is something that allows you to have really, really crazy professional level effects. And for all you animators out there, what you can do is you can actually export an OBJ sequence from Maya and load that into the Trapcode Suite in After Effects. Moving on to assets from another YouTube channel, Film Riot. If you haven't heard of them, that's basically where I learned all my filmmaking knowledge. And some of the key things I want to call out, they do have some VFX assets, some cool drag and drop visual effects stuff that you can put into your animations. If you need someone shooting laser blasters, you can just drop those in After Effects rather than having to try and create them in Maya or something. But I want to call out that they have a ton of great sound effects, something that's actually really hard to come by and hard to find good sounds on the internet. Everything's really cheesy, really low quality. You either have to make your own sound effects or go pay for better ones. And between these and the Video Copilot sounds, these are the best sounds that you're probably gonna find online. But that can really help you sell your work and make your animation more convincing if you can add good sound effects once you've finished the animation side. And to go along with that, they also sell trailer music. Speaking of music, I get everything that I use on this YouTube channel from Epidemic Sound. They are the coolest sound thing ever because you can download full songs, but you can also download like the breakdown of those songs if you just want to have the bass, or the melody, or the vocals, or the drums, or different isolated elements of the song. You can actually customize it yourself by downloading all of it. It's a really, really cool website. They have tons of variety. have a link in the description that'll take you to a free trial. So if you want to try it for free for 30 days, I highly recommend it. Next up is stock footage, which may not seem super useful for animation, but there are some really great uses for it. Now, if you do video and VFX, then you already know why stock footage could be really helpful to be able to drag and drop stuff that you may not be able to go capture yourself. But there's websites like Storyblocks that actually has VR footage or 360 footage that allows you to create environment spheres around your scene and light and reflect stuff from that footage. I think you guys have probably all seen this picture by now. In this video, I show you that I use a 360 image to light the scene indirectly from a picture. You can actually do that from video and have things reflected as if the objects are in the scene. Next on our list is rigs. Character rigs for animators, something that people ask all the time, where to find good rigs. Now there is a bunch of free stuff. You can get the Stuart rig from Animation Mentor. He's great for body mechanics. He doesn't really have a lot of face controls, which makes it really simple. For something more advanced, you can get Ray from CGtarian. Now there are other rigs that you can go and buy, and some places that I recommend to go look are Truong CG, so very affordable and really high quality. Josh Sobel makes some really great ones. I recommend Arc the Dragon. Long Winter Studio is another one where you can get a subscription service and check out all the different rigs that they have on their site. And for those of you always asking where I get my rigs from, the ones I'm generally using for my videos are from Animation Mentor. You cannot buy them though, you have to actually go through the program at Animation Mentor, which is a great segue and transition into the educational section of the video. If you're looking for educational resources or things to improve your skills or get better, workshops and classes are a great thing to check out. The first one, like I mentioned, is Animation Mentor, which I've talked about at length because that's where I went. It's an online animation school, and they have like the full character animation course. You could go that way, or they have individual little workshops. So if you just wanted to take like a storyboarding class or a visual development class or a game animation thing, they actually have workshops for those topics. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced or you have already taken Animation Mentor and you're looking for the next step on your career journey, the Animation Collaborative is a school up in Emeryville, up by Pixar. It's literally right across the street from Pixar because the people who teach at the school work at Pixar. So you go to the school and it's either like 2 or 5 or 7 days, depending on what you sign up for, but it's really high quality instruction. It's really, really awesome stuff. Now, if a school isn't what you're looking for and you're looking for something a little bit more one-on-one, a little bit more mentor focused, I have 2 recommendations for you. The first is the first ever workshops that I am putting together. I'm excited to announce that I will be teaching a complete Maya 3D workshop in January. When I worked at DreamWorks as a trainer, I had created a Maya curriculum to teach to the artists at DreamWorks. I've pretty much taken my curriculum from there, reconfigured it, added more to it, and designed an online workshop, and the first session is in January. I'll put the link down in the description, and if you are interested in that, I've decided that it's gonna cover these topics in 4 days. So if you're interested in this, 40% off. We're gonna do a massive sale for this first ever one, so those of you watching get the huge benefit of having the cheapest this class will ever be. So go sign up before all the spots fill up if you're interested. Or if you're looking for someone to review your work, animation, storyboard, pitching a story, whatever it might be, if you're looking for someone else in the industry to look over your stuff, give you critiques and feedback, that's not me, you should definitely go check out JD's animation channel. He is a supervising animator at ILM, Industrial Light and Magic. Super talented guy. He also teaches at Animation Mentor, and he does the Spongella animation workshops, which is what I'm getting at, but you should definitely go check out his YouTube channel, and if you're interested in animation and that's why you're following me, you should also subscribe to him. But if you want him to check out your work and give your critiques and feedback, check out his Spongella animation workshop. I won't get into the details of that. I'll let him explain that over on his channel. And finally, the simple stuff is Pluralsight, which used to be Digital Tutors, but now it's Pluralsight and lynda.com. And you can actually get a free sign up with a lot of local libraries. So if you go to your city library, find out if they have some kind of a free subscription thing to lynda.com or Pluralsight. But anyways, that wraps it up for this year's holiday gift guide for artists, animators, and everybody else who's creative. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you got some good ideas for you or a friend or whoever it is you're looking for. And don't forget that everything I mentioned is linked down below. And if what you're looking for is gonna be on Amazon, I will put it in the shop link on my Amazon store page so that it's super easy for you to browse everything and find it on that page. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. More on the whole move to LA soon. Lots of updates coming, cool stuff in 2019. And yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video.